Namaskar. I welcome you all to this Friday session of the Indian section, wherein we will be doing the Mahatma letter study class today. And before we start, let us invoke the universal prayer. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. So I welcome you all to the Mahatma letter study class. Today we are going to know about the letters from the Masters of the Wisdom first series. The letters are from 52 number to 56 number. And our dear speaker is Brother Pradip Mahapatra from Siddharth Lodge. Let me introduce Mr. Mahapatra. He has joined the TS in the year 1974 when he was very young at the age of 17 years. He seriously got interested in the Theosophical Society when he visited Adyar, the TS Chennai, 1992 with his parents. And afterwards, he has been a theosophist, a student of theosophy, a practitioner of theosophy, a preacher of theosophy. He has been into propaganda of theosophy in the Indian section. He became the joint secretary of Utkal Federation, then the secretary of UTF also. He was there for 9 years. He has been an Indian section council member, an executive committee member, and he also was the joint general secretary of the Indian section TS. He has received the first Dr. Radha Bernier Award for the year 2020-2021 for his work for the TS in India. Currently, he is a national lecturer, an EC member, a secretary for propagation for the section, and also he holds the post of Vice President of Utkal Federation. He's the one who has been continuously supporting, driving, steering, whatever we may say, this online Indian section study classes and talks, and he has been continuously doing for more than 5 years now. So kudos to him. I welcome him for his deliberation on the Mahatma letters as planned for today. Over to you, Brother Pradip Mahapatra.
Thank you. Good evening to each and everyone. I have some technical problem for which I am not presenting the slides. I forwarded it to Shubhralina as well as Lakshmi Sai, if they can possible, or I will present from my own lab. Anyway, if it is possible, Lakshmi Sai, you can present. We will start from 11th April slide. I forwarded to both of you in your email.
I'm just trying. You might just start speaking. I'll just parallelly run it.
The slide number 18.
Yeah, I'm just opening it.
Okay. So slide number, there are there will be six letters. 6 letters consisting of different letters, very important for the members of Theosophical Society. Suppose we can collect the idea from Mahatma letters or from Secret Doctrine or any book, original book. Original means original writers like Mahatma, like Blavatsky and Animation, and we can develop our own understanding Mahatma mentioned it very interestingly. Mahatma mentioned how this can be developed. So we'll go to this slide number. Okay, let me see.
Lakshmisha, if you could go to slide number 18, then because
Slide number just 18. Slide number 18. So this is the letter number 52. 52 original available at Adyar. It is written to Mohini Mohan Chatterjee, a Bengali very senior advocate. And in this letter, Mahatma given some advice which is very relevant even today. The writer like Subroina, Mitalini, and others members who are present here, or we can or any, because I am not able to see the sister Purnamasi and others, those who are present here today, they can take hints from this letter. It is said, you may, if you choose so, or find necessary for it, use in that man fragments of forgotten history. It was written by Mohinmohan Chatterjee and Laura Holloway. Or any other book, kindly see the sentence, any other book you may choose, you may chance to be collaborating for. Anything I may have said in relation to our secret doctrine in any of my letters to Masters Hume and Sinnett. So this in this slide, Mahatma given a book reference, Man Fragments of Forgotten History. It is written by Mohan Chatterjee and also by Laura Holloway jointly. So in this letter, Mahatma, while giving this reference, he has given option that you may collect some hints. If we will go to the next slide, those persons that are private have never been allowed by them to be copied by anyone. And those which are so copied have by the very fact, become theosophical property. So if we will go to this slide number 19, here Mahatma mentioned that whatever he has written by a letter to Hume and Sinnett, those persons that are private have never been allowed by them to be copied by anyone. Means Hume and Sinnett, they will not allow to copy. And those which are so copied, wordings of the KH, so copied, have by the very fact become theosophical property. So sometimes, some years back, there was a confusion that Mahatma did not like to be letter published, and Sinnett during his lifetime, he also never allowed the letters to be published. Subsequently, the trust formed by Sinnett, they allowed it to be published. Now, here it is given an hint, those who are published, even if it is private, it became the property of Theosophical Society. The very fact, if it is so copied, have by the very fact become Theosophical property. Besides, next point in this slide 19, copies of my letters, Mahatma mentioned, at any rate, copies of my letters, at any rate, those that contain my teachings have always been sent by my order to Damodar and Upasika, and some of the persons even used in the Theosophist. So there was clear-cut instruction to Damodar and Upasika, means Blavatsky, that some teachings which is contained in the letters can be published can give in to in the form of to the public, means theosophy is not only for the members of Theosophical Society, but it is for the all the all the persons who are outside the Theosophical Society. They can go, they can study, they can ponder over the facts. So the teachings given by Mahatma in the letters through Damodar or through Blavatsky, there is hints that it should be published publicly, and it is published, used in the Theosophist. So we'll go to the slide number 20. Then Mahatma, you are at liberty to even copy them verbatim and without quotation mark. I will not call it plagiarism, my boy. I am reading the full slide. From the right point of view, if you will know, it is only the expression of another person's original ideas, some independent sentences, a thought, which in its brief completeness is capable of being constructed into a wise motto or maxim. Then we'll better we'll go to the next slide. So 2 slides can be explained jointly. That could be constituted in what is regarded as plagiarism, the pilfering of another person's brain property. Sometimes many people have criticized in Mahatma letters. There are many quotations Mahatma collected from different sources of information given earlier. Suppose he quoted from Light of Asia, from this, that. So Mahatma here mentioned something, plagiarism, the pilfering of another person's brain property. There is not a book, but is the shadow of some other book, the concrete image, very often the astral body of it in some other work on the same approximate subject. I agree entirely with Dr. Cornwell when he says that true talent will become original in the very act of engaging itself with the ideas of others. True talent will become original. Suppose a writer or a poet, he collected the ideas from a small incident, even if it is that incident is no way relevant to him in his life, but in a literary point of view, in philosophical point of view, he develop into a article, develop into a story, and presented in a better manner. So Mahatma here agreed completely with Dr. Cornwell when he says the true talent will become original in the very act of engaging itself with the ideas of others. So let us go to the previous slide. Previous slide says, you are at liberty to even copy them verbatim and without quotation mark. I will not call it plagiarism, my boy. There are many theosophical writers, and more important is Dr. I.K. Taimini. If you go through his books, whether in science and occultism, or science of yoga, or self culture, there you will never find any quotation from Mahatma letter, but many references are there without inverted comma, without any quotation mark. He will continued writings and wrote articles on the basis of the original idea given in the Secret Doctrine, original idea given in other books of original books of theosophical literature. So Mahatma say here, even copy them verbatim and without quotation mark, I will not call it plagiarism, my boy. From the right point of view, if you know it is only the expression of another person's original idea, some independent sentence, A thought which in its brief completeness is capable of being constructed into a wise motto or maxim. Next, that could be constituted in what is regarded as plagiarism, the pilfering of another person's brain property. Next slide, Lakhim said, there is not a book. There is not a book, but is the shadow of some other book. The concrete image, very often, of the astral body of it in some other work upon the same or approximate subject. So here, Mahatma repeatedly told us to collect ideas, thoughts from the original text and present it in a different manner for the understanding of the members of Theosophical Society or the public, so they will be helped. So we'll go to the next slide. Slide is name, not a. We have gone one slide more. We'll go to the next previous slide. Nay, Anatha, we'll often convert the dross of previous authors into the golden ore that shines forth through the world as its own peculiar creation. It is suppose you received some ideas and you develop it in a Mahatma mentioned golden hour that shines forth to the world as its own peculiar creation. Then he has Mahatma rightly given an example how Shakespeare collected the ideas from different sources and presented the world the literature of Shakespearean literature from a series, that is, he says in the letter, from a series of extravagant and weak Italian romances, Shakespeare took the plots, the characters, and the major part of the incidents of those dramatic works which have exalted his name as an original writer, above that of every other in the annals of literature. But the important point here mentioned that Shakespeare, like many authors of the present generation, they collect ideas, stories in different parts while traveling, while moving, receive some kind of story, and they develop it into the article or book or drama or literature, something. So here Mahatma giving an example of Shakespeare, how he collected those ideas from the Italian weak Italian romances and took the plots and the major part of the incident, those dramatic work which has exalted his name as an original writer, above that of every other in the annals of history, annals of literature. So the main point is that a Theosophy member or a writer from Theosophical Society, they can collect ideas from the base book of Theosophy, base book, and develop it in a modern way. The present generation of the young Theosophists, those who are coming for the Theosophical Society, they can learn it from their way of presentation, in the way how the best book, best matter will be presented to the modern, to the young Theosophists, so that they can prosper in their esoteric or their philosophical philosophical unfoldment. So we'll go to the next slide. Thus, Mahatma says, thus not only you, a chela of mine, but anyone else is at liberty to take anything, whole pages, if thought proper, from any of my copied letters and convert their dross into pure ore of gold, provided they have well grasped the thought. So, in Mahatma letter, Secret Doctrine, then Esoteric of Buddhism, many books are there in Voice of Silence. There are many important stalwarts of Theosophical Society. They have written many articles on that basis. So, as a young or as a modern or we members at the present stage of members of Theosophical Society, we can do that. You see the example of Rohit. More than maybe more than 100 or 200 pages. So like that, we can develop our thought so that the people will able to grasp the original thought of the Theosophical Society. You can copy the letters, convert their dross. Dross means here, for them, there is no question of any dross. For the members, for the outsiders, those who are not able to understand it, for them, the thoughts are dross for them. And it convert into pure ore of gold. And so that they can able to understand. And this fact was earlier in an earlier letter, Mahatma already told Holway, who was already told the Mahatma told the same thing. So we will go to the next slide, a very important slide, the future of Theosophical Society. There is a letter Mahatma Master M given to one of his disciple. Well, maybe there is some apprehension that a Theosophical Society may not be survive without the blessings of the masters after the founders of becoming not very serious, not able to move like how they are moving. So Mahatma used the word almost dead, like so becoming old and physically they are not able to move to different parts of India or world. So what will be the position? Mahatma Master M says you have still to learn that so long as there are three men worthy of our Lord's means Gautam, the blessing in the Theosophical Society, it can never be destroyed. Forget about the our international headquarters. There are throughout the world. It is the center. It is a master's home. So, but you take any of the branches, lodges functioning throughout the world. Maybe in India more than 500, 600 or 4,000, 400 some odd lodges. Throughout India, if we compare more than 1,000 lodges, if any three member of a lodge, not ordinary member, those who are worthy of our Lord's blessings, means and the Buddha's Lord Gautam Buddha blessings, he will give blessings those who are sincere, devoted, Theosophy members. So they will get the blessings from the Lord's blessings, the Gautam's blessing, Lord Gautam Buddha's blessing. So if we are sincere in our study, in our meditation, in our selfless service, pursuing the spiritual path, either by our self-purification, following the 13 golden stair or Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali or eightfold path of Buddha, then there will be blessings. worthy of our Lord's blessing in the Theosophical Society, it can never be destroyed. If we will see the branches or the organization, means small Theosophical Society branches here and there, neither functioning properly or collapsing because of they are not following this golden principles. They have to study meditation, selfless service. They have to adopt some kind of procedure which is given to us in our object to form the nucleus of universal brotherhood, comparative study, and meditation to investigate and unexplained laws of nature. These are the things they require to. So, letter number 53, kindly remember for all the members of Theosophical Society, maybe repetition in from different sources, as I was told by one of senior member. So and so also told us earlier too. But it is given by Master M in this letter, number 53, to us that at least we required, we will try our best in a while moving, propagating theosophy. At least three members we should prepare those who are be sincere, those who are in their pursuit of spiritual unfoldment, they will get the blessings of the Lord, means Lord Gautam Buddha. So if three members we can detect from in a branch, then there is no question of the destruction of that branch. So we'll next chapter is additional letters. Additional letter in this Mahatma letter series number 1. There are chapters. One is we have completed, another completed. Now this is coming to the additional letters. Letter number 54. It is given to the Henry Steele Alcott, original at Adair. Now means it was lost somewhere, and very interesting letter. It contains many things. Who is Lord Agastya, Master Agastya? You will find in this letter, as well as notes of Brother C. Jinardasa. Agastya is known as in South India. He is known as Narayana, and he is the person popularized Sanskrit in South India, in Tamil. He is the original, the Lord Agastya is the original writer or original person who developed the Sanskrit and Tamil for the understanding of the local people. And he still live in Nilagiri Hills, some parts of southern part of India, and also presently he is in charge of India, a spiritual head of the India, and also we are told that the present Theosophical headquarters of the Theosophical Society was during the stages of Ramayana. It is known as the ashram of Agastya ashram. So in this letter, original which is now available at Adair, here reference is Miss Emily Kisslingbury. Miss Emily Kisslingbury is a suite. It is written, this letter is not from our two master, KH or M or any Serapis or other masters. It is from the Rishi Agastya, Adept Agastya. It's a sweet and truthful, sincere nature. C, the wording C is a sweet, truthful, sincere nature. Means that Miss Emily would to heavenly powers, there are a few more like her in London. Teach her and take care of her. Then the signature of Augusta, it is an unknown script. It is mentioned in the letter itself. Tell her I was several times with her at the headquarters. Headquarters means at their international headquarters. Rishi Augusta many times at that time was there, and he was telling the Alcott, tell that Emily that he was with her at many times. So next slide, I have collected some points from notes given by C. Jinarda Dasha. This letter was written by the master known as Rishi Agastya in India, Narayana, who helped H.P. Blavatsky constantly in the writing of Isis Unveiled. You know, the Isis Unveiled is the first book written by Blavatsky during the 1887 or before that something. He was then staying at Nilagiri Hills near Madras. C.W. Lidbitter and T. Subbarao visited the master who is in charge of India. He is the occult administrator of the destinies of India. Therefore, is known as a regent of India in occult world. You know, there are many masters are helping the King Sanat Kumar in his work. So India is under the charge of Rishi Agastya. He is known as regent of India, and sometimes he is in south known as Narayana. Also in scriptures there are references like that Rishi Agastya is there. So in this letter, Mahatma Agastya, Rishi Agastya, giving some kind of hints that about this lady. Lady is a very sincere, honest, and also helpful to the Theosophical Society. The point is why Mahatma Agastya said so, because at that time there was a number of spiritualistic movement against the Theosophical Society. For that reason, probably Mahatma Agastya mentioned that she is sincere, truthful, and sweet. And in this book of the Masters of Letters series number 1, C. Jinardas has given a note on which I'm just quoting that I have been unable to find where the original letter, now it is available. It describes phenomena by H.P. Blavatsky and state about her. My acquaintance, my friendship, a friendship to last, I hope, for life and forever, with the being called Madame Blavatsky. So, the friendship with Madame Blavatsky and with this lady, Emily, is a lifelong friendship to last, I hope, for life and forever, with the being called Blavatsky. Miss Emily Kislingbury was faithful to the end and was of the group round H.P. Blavatsky when she passed away. This letter actually written by Agastya to Rishi Agastya to Alcott, giving hints about Miss Emily. The reason is this lady continued to live along with other members of Theosophical Society till the end of Blavatsky. This Emily Kingsford was faithful to the end, C. Jinara has mentioned. A faded photograph is reproduced in another book. So the point is that this lady is a sweet, truthful, sincere. That nature we should always have, so that we will get the blessings of Lord. Then we will go to the next slide. Letter number 55. It is a member to a member. Olcott is right. Our brother has done much towards the establishment of the branch at Calcutta and done it with a whole heart. Here, the brother is a very important brother. I don't know who are from the West Bengal have attended this meeting. Oh, the important point is how important is for a TS laws to function. Here it is given. Olcott is right. Our brother has done much towards the establishment of the branch at Calcutta and done it with a whole heart. Done with it a whole heart. Yet he has to do something more. Here mentioned he has to do something more before he can hope to reap the reward. He has to infuse into the new branch the spirit of independent theosophical research to make the members begin their work as though the founders were no longer living person, and the burden of continuing this movement rested entirely upon their shoulder. So here Mahatma clearly mentioned that their shoulder, then hyphen, has had a chance. Will he accept this mission? Will he accept this mission? Now the important point is this it is in the notes given. The transcription of these two letters, letter number 55 and 56, we are going through 55, was discovered in 1931 in H.P. Blavatsky's scrapbook, volume 8, for the year 1882. In the scrapbook, there is passed a cutting from the Indian Mirror of Calcutta, dated 2nd May 1882. I am reading from the notes given in this book, Master Letter Series number 1, in which there is a Blavatsky book, many books are there. There is a scrapbook, means some cuttings are Mahatma Blavatsky given in a different newspaper. So it was collected and published in a book format. The Indian Mirror of Calcutta, dated 2nd May 1882. There is no mention of the names of the recipients. Therefore, it is not now possible to say where the original letters are, but the two letters are embodied in an editorial of the paper, and the editor was the Indian patriot and leader Narendranath Sen, a devoted member of the society. In printing the letters, he says, we shall, however, take this opportunity to record some more phenomena which we witnessed while Madame Blavatsky, Colonel Olcott were staying in Calcutta. So Brother Narendranath Sen, very important member of Theosophical Society in Calcutta branch. So he, in this notes of C. Jinadas, Brother Raja mentioned that how these two letters are available for the members of Theosophical Society, and what is our responsibility while forming the laws, how we can give independence so that laws can be function properly. Those who are interested to form the lodge or continue or to activate the lodges in a different federation, they should take hints from this letter. He has to do something more before he can hope to reap the reward. Forming the lodge, activating the lodge have no meaning if we not infuse, if we not do something so that they can function independently. He has to infuse into new branch the spirit of independent theosophical research to make the members begin their work as though the founders were no longer living person. In founders when Blavatsky and Alcott at that time, even if they are alive, but they have the, because of old age, the difficulties to move repeatedly to branches. So they are no longer living person, and the burden of continuing this movement, rest movement means theosophical movement, rested entirely upon their shoulder of the new members or the lodges where it is formed. That has had a chance. So that if we take the responsibility, the hyphen meaning says, if we take the responsibility of the new lodges formed in a different parts of areas in India, then they has had a chance, will have a chance. Will he accept this mission of the Theosophical Society? Will he accept this mission? Mahatma question, Master I am question to a particular member about this. So we will go to the last letter of this session. A constant sense of object dependence upon a deity. Here, even today, there are many members of Theosophical Society uh, are still dependent upon a particular deity or crutches like the scriptures, books, etc., etc. Mahatma repeatedly in his letters, Blavatsky also in their speeches, and Blavatsky, Alcott, Sinnett, Animation, we should be independent of our own. Mahatma mentioned in at the feet of Master while giving advice to Krishnamurti that those who are in the path, they should think of their own, think of their self-reliance, think of their own thing, not to follow any body or anything. Here, Mahatma clearly mentioned that we should not depend on the deity. Wording kindly say, a constant sense of object dependence upon a deity, which he regards as the sole source of power, makes a man lose all self-reliance and the spark to activity and initiative. Having begun by creating a father, guide into himself, he becomes like a boy and remains so to his old age. These two important points, there are many in this letter number 56. Let us consider these two. Suppose we depend upon a deity, particular deity or any authority. Mahatma Blavatsky say in the key to theosophy, don't make even a literature of theosophy as a authority. If we will make anything in authority, then our mind will be squeezed. We will not develop into intellect to intelligence. In a human regeneration, Radha Bandar also this said the same thing. No authority, whether Blavatsky, other Krishnamurti, or teachings of the masters, don't make it as authority. So here Mahatma mentioned dependence upon a deity, which he regards as the sole source of power, makes a man lose all self-reliance and spurs to activity and initiative. Because if we totally dependent upon your upon an authority, authority may be your gurus or a spiritual teacher or a book or anything. So you will be totally dependent upon that authority, and so that you will lose your self-reliance on yourself, and your spur of activity and initiative will be all lose. Then Mahatma mentioned second point of this slide, having begun by creating a father, means you are creating a father, a god person like him, like a father, tied unto himself getting guidance from himself, and you will be like a boy, remains so in the old age. Even if you are becoming old age, you still looking after that authority or head or God, anything that is Atma, clearly against such type of dependence. So we'll go to the next slide. Expecting to lead led by the hand on the smallest as well as the greatest events of life. The saying, help thyself and God will help thee. He so interprets that when an undertaking results to his own advantage, he credits it to himself only. When a failure, he charges it to the will of his God. The founders prayed to non-deity, and in the beginning, the Theosophical Society or asked his help him. So the point is that here Mahatma giving a clear-cut direction for us. Don't depend upon our authority or God, because if you will depend upon him as a boy, you will continue like him till the end. So here given another point here that if we succeed, then you will say it is my own advantage. If you failure, no, it is because of God, will of the God. Repeatedly, daily life, we are doing the same. When we are success, it is my own effort. And failure, because God not like to succeed for me. So all these things are going on in daily life. So be aware of it. Don't dependent on the authority, scriptures, etc. Have your own standard of unfoldment of your own consciousness. Then the next third point here, the founders at that time, what happened? When Theosophical Society was formed, kindly imagine the same thing at that time, so also at present, the same. The founders spread a known deity in the beginning, the Theosophical Society, nor asked his help. They either asked the Mahatmas to help them, or say about the deity to help them, or prayed anything like a prayer that we are going to form the Theosophical Society, help us, help us. So we will go to the, are we expect to become the nursing mothers of the Bengal Theosophical Society? It is given at that time Bengal Theosophical Society. Same thing happening in many parts of India. Theosophical Society was formed, branches are formed, then subsequently it collapsed because of we are not infusing theosophical research work. Mata says those who are head or who are person who are doing all these things, they should allow the theosophical research point to there to be had there. So here, Mata, are we expected to become the nursing mothers of the Theosophical Society? If any Bengal people are there, they should take note of it. Becoming a nursing mothers of the Bengal Theosophical Society. Did he help the founders? No. They were helped by the inspiration of self-reliance, stand on his own feet, and sustained by their reverence for the rights of the man. Two things help the founders. In founders mean Blavatsky and Alcott. What is the inspiration of self-reliance and also reverence for the rights of the man. What is the rights of man? Rights not political right. Rights are the spiritual unfoldment or human regeneration. But Mahatma have their cause for the work, so it is for us also. And their love for a country whose national honor has long been trampled into the mud under the feet of her meek and lazy sons, indifferent to her woes, unmindful to her dying glory. These are words of masters. Again in this letter number 56, and the words, you can imagine this is the word of Master M, which is straight and very much point to the um, Indian people what they are doing. Lazy, weak, indifferent to her age means India, unmindful to her dying glory. All these words given by Master M to the Indian people. So, last slide, your sins. Mahatma said, what is your sin? The greatest of them is your fathering upon your God, the task of purging you of them. Still now, many members I am marking, they are still following their father, God. Whatever given to them, uh, all these things were the greatest sin of the members or the human being is fathering upon your God, our God, the task of purging you of them. This is no credible pity, no credible pity, but an indolent selfness weakness. If we have created an authority, whether it is God or anyone, anything like, it is Mahatma mentioned selfish weakness. Kindly meditate on this very, very pertinent sentence wordings given in this letter. How we should be self-reliance. How we will work for the Theosophical Society. Not depending inspiration getting from anything, but what should be our inspiration? What should be our selfish weaknesses, whether it is any type of lord or any authority, actually, if you dependent on him, it is also indolent and selfish. So vanity will do whisper to the contrary, feed only your common sense. Last sentence, though vanity will do whisper to the contrary, heed only your common sense. Master M, the word used. So here we close letter number 56. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother Pradip. There's a bad weather here. It's thundering. So that's why I'm not keeping my video on. If there will be a Hindi translation of this, I would request for the translation. Yeah, Sister Meenakshi, please can you continue?
सभी को नमस्ते और थैंक यू ब्रदर महापत्र जी। आज हम लेटर नंबर 52 से 56 ले रहे हैं। लेटर नंबर 52 यह पत्र मास्टर के एच ने मोहिनी मोहन चटर्जी को जुलाई 1884 में लिखा था। मास्टर के एच मोहिनी मोहन को अपनी शिक्षाओं को उद्धृत करने की अनुमति देते हैं, बिना इस बात की चिंता किए कि यह साहित्यिक चोरी हो सकती है। मोहिनी मोहन चटर्जी उस समय मिसेस होलोवे के साथ मैन फ्रैगमेंट्स ऑफ फॉरगॉटन हिस्ट्री यह किताब लिख रहे थे। मास्टर कहते हैं कि आप चाहे तो या ऐसा करने की यदि आवश्यकता पड़े तो आप मैन इस किताब या आपके सहयोग द्वारा लिखी जा रही अन्य किसी पुस्तक में मेरे द्वारा मिस्टर ह्यूम या सीनेट को लिखे गए किसी भी पत्र में हमारे गुह्य सिद्धांतों के संबंध में कही गई किसी भी बात का उपयोग कर सकते हैं। जो अंश असार्वजनिक थे उसे उन्हें किसी को कॉपी करने की अनुमति नहीं दी गई थी, और जिसकी कॉपी की गई थी वह थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी की प्रॉपर्टी बनी, यानी सोसाइटी के अधिकार में आई। इसके अलावा जिन पत्रों में मेरी टीचिंग्स थी वे मेरी आज्ञा पर हमेशा दामोदर और उपासिका को भेजी गई है, और उसमें से कुछ अंशों को द थियोसॉफिस्ट में इस्तेमाल किया गया, छापा गया। आप उन्हें शब्दशः लिखने में या बिना कोटेशन मार्क्स दिए हुए कॉपी कर सकते हैं। मैं उन्हें साहित्यिक चोरी नहीं कहूंगा। देखा जाए तो यह केवल किसी व्यक्ति के अपने विचार है, कुछ व्यक्तिगत वाक्य विचारों की अभिव्यक्ति है जो आदर्श वाक्य या सुभाषित के रूप में ढालने में सक्षम है, जिसे साहित्यिक चोरी के रूप में माना गया। किसी अन्य व्यक्ति के यह बौद्धिक गुणों की चोरी को चोरी है ऐसा माना गया। वह कोई पुस्तक नहीं बल्कि किसी अन्य पुस्तक का छाया रूप है, जो अक्सर उसी या उस तरह के विषय पर किसी अन्य लेखक के कार्य के एस्ट्रल रूप की ठोस छवि है। आगे मास्टर कहते हैं कि मैं डॉक्टर क्रॉमवेल से पूरी तरह सहमत हूँ जब वे कहते हैं कि सच्ची प्रतिभा दूसरों के विचारों से जुड़ने पर मौलिक बन जाती है, बल्कि अक्सर पहले वाले लेखकों की निरर्थक लगने वाली बातों को स्वर्णिम यानी महत्वपूर्ण बातों में तब्दील कर देती है, जो दुनिया के सामने अपनी अनूठी रचना के रूप में महत्व प्राप्त करती है। इटली के कई खास और मामूली प्रेम कथाओं से शेक्सपियर ने उन नाटकों के कथानक, पात्रों और घटनाओं का बहुतांश हिस्सा लिया, जिस कारण साहित्य के इतिहास में एक मूल लेखक के रूप में उनका नाम रोशन हुआ। इस प्रकार न केवल आप जो मेरे चेला है, बल्कि कोई भी व्यक्ति मेरे किसी भी कॉपी किए गए पत्रों से कुछ भी ले सकता है। यदि उचित समझे तो संपूर्ण पत्र को उठा सकता है और उसके अर्थहीन बातों को अर्थपूर्ण बनाने के लिए स्वतंत्र है, बशर्ते कि वे उस विचार को अच्छी तरह से समझ ले। अगले पत्र में मास्टर मौर्य कहते हैं कि आपको अभी भी यह सीखना है कि जब तक थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी में हमारे प्रभु भगवान बुद्ध के आशीर्वाद के पात्र 3 व्यक्ति है सदस्य है, तब तक सोसाइटी को नष्ट नहीं किया जा सकता। अगला पत्र लेटर नंबर 54, यह पत्र नाइगरा फॉल्स से मिस एमिली किस्लिंग बरी द्वारा कर्नल ऑलकॉट को भेजे गए पत्र में मास्टर नारायण, जिन्हें मास्टर ऋषि अगस्त्य भी कहते हैं, उनका यह ऑलकॉट को मिस किसलिंगबरी के बारे में टिप्पणी है। मास्टर नारायण कहते हैं कि वह एक प्यारी महिला है, सच्ची निष्ठावान स्वभाव की। ईश्वर की कृपा से लंदन में उसके जैसे कुछ लोग और होते, उसे ज्ञान प्रदान करें और उसका ख्याल रखें। उसे यह बताए कि मैं कई बार उसके साथ नायगरा फॉल्स पर था। अगला पत्र है लेटर नंबर 55। इसमें मास्टर एम कहते हैं कि ऑलकॉट सही है। हमारे बंधु ने कलकत्ता में थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी की शाखा की स्थापना के लिए बहुत कुछ प्रयत्न किए हैं और यह तहे दिल से किया है। फिर भी इसका फल मिलने की उम्मीद करने से पहले उन्हें इससे भी कुछ और करना होगा। उन्हें इस नई शाखा में स्वतंत्र रूप से थियोसॉफी के गहन अध्ययन करने की भावना भरनी होगी, ताकि इसके सदस्य अपने कार्य की शुरुआत इस तरह से करें कि जैसे संस्थापक अब जीवित नहीं है, और इस आंदोलन को जारी रखने का कार्यभार सर्वस्वी उनके कंधों पर है। इस बंधु को यह मौका मिला है, क्या वे इस मिशन का स्वीकार करेंगे? ऐसा मास्टर एम प्रश्न करते हैं। अगले पत्र में मास्टर एम कहते हैं कि किसी देवता या ग्रंथों पर संपूर्णतः निर्भर होने की भावना, जिसे मनुष्य शक्ति का ज्ञान का एकमात्र स्रोत मानता है, इससे मनुष्य में आत्मनिर्भरता नष्ट हो जाती है। क्रियाशीलता और पहल लेने की प्रेरणा वह खो देता है। अपने लिए एक प्रणेता और मार्गदर्शक बनाते हुए वह एक बालक की तरह अपने बुढ़ापे तक बना रहता है। जीवन की छोटी से छोटी और बड़ी से बड़ी घटनाओं में मार्गदर्शन पाने की उम्मीद करता है। एक कहावत है, स्वयं पर विश्वास रखें, स्वयं पर निर्भर रहें और ईश्वर तुम्हारी मदद करेंगे। जब भी उसके किसी काम से उसे फायदा होता है, तब उसका श्रेय वह खुद को देता है। जब वह विफल होता है, तब वह भगवान को कोसता है। थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी की शुरुआत करने के समय संस्थापकों ने किसी देवता से प्रार्थना नहीं की थी और न ही उसके बाद किसी की मदद की मांग की। हम बंगाल थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी का पालन पोषण करने वाले बने, ऐसी हमसे अपेक्षा की जाती है। क्या हमने संस्थापकों की मदद की? नहीं, उन्हें अपनी आत्मनिर्भरता की प्रेरणा से मदद मिली और मानव अधिकार के प्रति उनकी आत्मीयता और एक ऐसे देश के प्रति प्रेम से वे प्रेरित थे जिसका राष्ट्रीय सम्मान लंबे समय से उसके कायर और आलसी पुत्रों ने धूल में मिलाया था। अपने धरती माँ की लहूलुहानता के प्रति वे उदासीन थे, उसकी ढलती हुई महिमा के प्रति वे बेसुध थे। आपके यहाँ पाप कर्म है, उनमें से सबसे बड़ा पाप है अपने ईश्वर पर अपने पापों से मुक्त होने का दायित्व डालना। यह कोई सराहनीय धर्मपरायणता नहीं है, बल्कि कार्य विमुखता और स्वार्थपूर्ण दुर्बलता है। हालांकि अहम भाव इसे मान्य नहीं करेगा। आगे मास्टर कहते हैं आखिर में कि अपनी समझदारी पर भरोसा रखें। थैंक यू। नमस्ते।
Thank you, Sister Meenakshi. This floor is now open for any discussion. If someone has any question or someone wants to comment something on these letters we studied together and Brother Mahapatra explained. Anyone who has a special comment to share? Brother Mahapatra, would you like to add on something or would you conclude with any other thing you wanted to share?
My point is, we should all take hints from these important points which Mahatma mentioned. While writing an article, we can collect the ideas which is available to us in different literatures, or while forming the laws or activating a laws or branch, we should do something in which they have their own original understanding of theosophic movement, like this.
Okay.
And,
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And even the letter where it is mentioned that even if there are three people who are
Yes, yes.
I mean, if there are even three people in this world who deserve these blessings of Lord Buddha, then also we are in a better world, something like that.
Yes.
So, should I do the concluding prayer in that case, if nobody has any comment? And I think you very simplified flight in the very simplified way you have explained it, and the translation was also very clear. So we may do the concluding prayer if you may allow me. Thank you, everyone. We will do the concluding prayer and then we will close this session. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukhabhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all. We will again have our Indian section meet on Sunday, 6 p.m. at the same link. Thank you all for joining us. So we are closing the session.